Throughout the pandemic, Orrstown Bank has been nationally recognized for helping thousands of local businesses obtain Paycheck Protection Program funding. And now that President Trump has signed the COVID relief bill into law, what does this mean for PPP funding? Executive Vice President and Chief Retail Officer of Orrstown Bank, Luke Bernstein, is back on the show with us. You were so helpful, sir, early on in the pandemic when the shutdowns began. And you and Orrstown, you're ready to help again. What does the new stimulus bill mean for paycheck protection funding?
Well, thank you so much, Amy, and great to be back on. It means a great deal for small businesses. So when the new Paycheck Protection Program funds were passed in the COVID relief bill, it essentially authorized new funding for small businesses. So it comes in two areas. Number one, if you are a small business that has not gotten a PPP, you can now apply for your first PPP funds. So this is very important if you haven't applied yet. Second, if you are a small business that did receive a PPP, you can actually apply for what is called a second draw. So this is great news for many small businesses that are struggling. You can apply for a second draw if you meet certain parameters. So number one, if you employ less than 300 employees. Number two, if you used or will use and demonstrated use of the first PPP. And the third, and another one is if you had 25% or more revenue reduction from one quarter in 19 to that same quarter in 2020. So if you're a business that had in 2019 and you did $10,000 in revenue in the second quarter, and in that same quarter, that same second quarter in 2020, you did $5,000 in revenue, so you had a 50% reduction, you'd then be eligible to apply for a second draw. So this is really important relief, very impactful. And the most important thing to know about the PPP, it starts out as a loan, but then it becomes a grant if you meet the criteria of the program, which is designed to keep people on the payroll. So exciting stuff for small businesses that are really struggling throughout this pandemic.
Any other key points that mid-state small business owners should know? For instance, you mentioned some who maybe did not do this the first time around. Can you encourage them to try to make it happen now?
Yeah, so I go to orrstown.com. We have all the programmatic details there. They can get more information. If you're a small business that did not get those PPP funds, you really should look into the program and see if it's right for you. It's an opportunity for you to keep people on the payroll. It's an opportunity for you to tap into these funds that were designed to help small businesses who have struggled throughout the COVID pandemic. So it's a great opportunity for local small businesses to really get these funds, keep people employed. The other key part of this is if you're in the restaurant or hospitality lodging industry, you can actually get additional funds on top of what other industries can get. So if you're in what is called NAICS code 72, so if you're a restaurant, a bed and breakfast, a hotel, you can actually get, instead of 2.5 times the monthly expenditures and payroll, you can get 3.5 times. So this is really, really impactful. Orrstown.com has all the details on it. But what is really important to remember here, Amy, these funds are first come, first serve. So if you're in the mid-state, you really want to go there as soon as possible, orrstown.com, get all the program details, apply as soon as this opens. It's going to start opening next week. And so once that portal opens, you want to be in there. Funds first come, first serve. They're going to go quick.
Thank you as always for your guidance. It's so helpful. Good to talk with you, Luke.
Thanks, Sammy. Have a great day.
You too, and we'll be right back.